cause fire to come down from heaven like Elijah did to prove to the people which was the true God. The devil is going to perform the same signs so that when people are asking, are you really the Messiah? Because he's going to come and claim to be the Messiah. He's going to cause fire to come down from him in their presence. And they're going to say, that's what we found in the Word. That is definitely, this is Jesus. And they're going to bow down and worship him. And little will they realize, but the Word teaches me that they're actually worshiping demons. You see, if you're relying on signs, I'm concerned for you. Now the world, God in His mercy has allowed signs. But dear friends, it's your duty to go to them and to teach them prophecy. Because it's prophecy that's going to open up their eyes. If ever there was a time we as a church should be studying the book of Revelation, we should be doing it now. Because the book of Revelation, as far as I'm concerned, is the eye salve that we need to put on our eyes so that we can see again. Now, but I want you to see something. So, we pick up quite clearly that signs are for who? And prophecies for who? Who are you? Now, I want you to understand, I don't mind you need a sign. But dear friends, please don't rely on the sign to believe in Christ. Here are they that have the faith of Jesus. Here are they that keep the commandments of God and hold to the testimony of Jesus Christ. What's the testimony of Jesus Christ? It's the sure word of prophecy. Jesus said, I'm coming soon. And dear friends, you can bargain on those words. Now I want you to go back to Luke 21 with me. It says there will be signs in the sun, the moon, and the stars. On the earth, this is chapter 21, verse 25. On the earth, nations will be in anguish and perplexity at the roaring and the tossing of the sea. Does that sound like a heading that you see, a headline in the newspaper? Isn't that a heading that you would read there? Wow, the sea's rising, look at this. Oh, we're reading that. Men will be in anguish. Are they in anguish? You know, it's like seeing somebody with cancer and you say to them, from now on, drink green juice. Or, hang on, have you eaten meat? Stop eating meat. Dear friends, I'm saying this in kindness, but we try to deal with sin in ways that we think we deal with sin. But I want to tell you, this is a cancerous sin. That unless you look at Jesus, and Jesus said, unless I be lifted up, there will be no hope for mankind to be healed. People are looking at the signs in the tossing of the sea, and they're coming out with solutions. We should get rid of cars that are running on fuel. We need to have electric cars. Now, you know, there's too many cows. I just heard the other day there's too many cows. They are actually giving off more than what exhaust fumes are doing. We need to get rid of them. There's actually a movement to get rid of cows. I mean, it's like we try to save planet Earth, but she's cancerous. We're giving her chemotherapy. We're giving her radiation therapy, but she's dying. You know how I know she's dying? Because the Word tells me she's dying. And yet nobody's telling that. You know, one of the worst things I've discovered when you go to a person who's dying and you tell them, don't worry, you're going to live. But they're dying. How in the world can you say that? I couldn't say to that young girl. They were all expecting me to wave some kind of magic wand and say, what? God, in God's name, rise up and walk. Was that God's will? Oh no, but you know, the reason why you didn't rise up, you didn't have enough faith. You know, it's because you didn't have faith. And usually we fall back on that when people aren't all of a sudden healed because we told them that's how you're going to get healed. You know what we actually do? We destroy the faith of people. Because all of a sudden we make it out that your sin is keeping where you are. You're going to die eternally lost. No, dear friends, I do not use that message when I go to people who are dying. I introduce them to Christ. And I tell them, you know, that if you've got Jesus in your heart, you will live forever. Because Jesus said, I am the resurrection and the life. He who believes in me, though he dies, will live again. And he who lives and never dies will never die. Not because of some formula that I'm giving them. You know, dear friends, I know what I'm talking about. I want you to understand, only Jesus is the remedy for the illnesses of this world. And it's time we make that clear. The keeping of the Sabbath is something you must do, but it's not going to save you. You are dying of cancer. Only the blood of Christ will ever save you. You need the blood of Christ. That's the only thing that can cleanse you from this disease called sin. But we're coming out with all of these kind of remedies. And I marvel at Christ that he does things without, that he's like, we didn't even think of that. I shared that with you last week. He comes out with remedies that you can never think about. And I want to tell you this, that even if you should die like Lazarus, if it's his will, he will raise you up. A friend of mine died. He was a good friend, a man who had a great influence in my life. In actual fact, was part of God's instrument in bringing me back to where I am now. He died. I went to my knees. I wrestled with God. You can't let him die. This man was the man that was preparing the way for me. He was the one that was revealing everybody that I'm a minister because I was undercover. He loved me, this man. I went to my knees and I wrestled with God. It was at the mortuary. He'd been dead for a while. I asked the people, do you mind? I closed the door. I was inside in the room. He was on the slab, this big man. But he was dead. You know, and it made me think, do we go to the dead for advice? You know, it's like I was on my knees by him and I was saying, God, please, if you're really there, I know that you can do this. I know that you called Lazarus from the grave. I know that if you didn't say Lazarus, everybody would have come out. So I'm asking you, please call Bruce. I sat there silent, desperate to hear the word Bruce. Nothing. I got up there and I said, God, what am I going to do now? I don't know what I'm going to do now. Little did I realize that the reason why God took Bruce away is because I was depending too much on him and not enough on God. And what happened after that was incredible, what happened in my life. If any of you want to know about it, you just have to speak to my wife. She will tell you. I have friends all over the world that marveled at my ministry. Because all of a sudden, I, with my own eyes, saw that salvation belongs to God. And that's what I teach. I walked out of there a changed man. Not changed because God raised him from the dead, but changed because I realized that sometimes people are going to die, but Bruce has eternal life waiting for him. I must just remain faithful. Then I will meet my friend again. You see, I want you to understand something. The world is confused about the remedies. They don't know what to do. I mean, they're really trying all kinds of things to save planet Earth. The prophecy's telling me that these are signs that you will see before Jesus comes. It's the beginning of birth pains. Dear friends, we as a church here should be celebrating when we see these things. Not celebrating the loss, but actually we should be running out to those people, taking them in our arms, giving them a hug and say, don't worry, this is not the end, it's just the beginning. Jesus is coming soon. Are you ready? You know, this friend of mine that I'm talking about, he was giving a prayer meeting. It was a prayer meeting at his home. He started what they call a cell group meeting. He reached out to his business-minded men and he invited them to his home for a prayer meeting. That very night that he died, he actually said to all of them, I want you to know that I've given my heart to Jesus and I'm going to be ready when he comes to fetch us. And if I should go before you, I'll be waiting on the station for you when you come in. Now, obviously, tongue-in-cheek, we know that that's not quite correct. But the next thing that Bruce will see is Jesus coming in the clouds of heaven. And God willing, his friends as well as myself and those that he loves will be on the train to meet him. You see, we should not worry about the dead, isn't that true? It's the living we should worry about. You know, the world is desperate for hope. And we're giving them false hope. That destroys faith, dear friends. The Bible teaches me that many will say, peace, peace. And then it says sudden destruction will come. I've seen ministers go to the bedside of people that are dying of cancer, dear friend. And then they say, don't worry, you're going to live. And then they die. I made a comment to you that if you want to live, don't ask me to pray for you. Now I'm saying it in jest. I prayed for Yolandi, I anointed her and she died. But you know what? I claimed the promise of the resurrection. Even though you should die, you will rise again. She gave her life to Christ, which was more important than her receiving healing. Did you hear that? So many of us want wealth, we want to have all the things of the world, but what you really need, more than anything, all the gifts of the world, what you really need is Jesus. You know, no wonder we should celebrate like the wise man. We should go looking for Jesus because he is the King of this world. And we should be bringing him gifts because God has given the gift of his Son to us so that we can receive gifts. Did you hear that? You receive gifts because God has made it possible for you to receive gifts. And the greatest gift you can ever accept into your life is Jesus Christ. We should, in Christmas time, go and actually talk to people about giving their hearts to Jesus. That's the best Christmas gift you can ever give to them. Forget about this other pagan stuff. Use this opportunity to remind them that God gave his Son to us so that we can have eternal life. You know, dear friends, I'm wondering to myself as I look out there and I look at the church and how desperate the church is and how it's like the church is the tail, not the head of the whatever animal we'd like it to be. It's like we are running around with our heads chopped off. Oh, my finances is in a dilemma. I don't know what to do with my finances. And instead of doing what the Word says, we do what the world says. You must work on Sabbath. Okay, yes, I'll work on Sabbath. Okay, you got a job. Yes, I've got a job now. No, you've just been led astray. The devil has taken you by your nose and he's used a sign that you should not have followed to go and look after yourself. Jesus says, why do you worry about what you're going to eat or drink or what you're going to wear? Pagans do that. Believers trust. I've had the privilege for more than 33 years of walking with Christ as a self-supporting minister. I praise God for that because I learned that he is the one that's giving me my daily bread and my clothing. Do you understand? I want you to look at this. Luke 21, verse 26. Men will faint from terror. Did you hear that? Dear friends, are any of you fainting from terror? Are any of you having some kind of challenge in your life that seems to be overwhelming, that you can't see the light because of the darkness, it shouldn't be like that in your home. You know, I was told in the desert, in Egypt, that in the houses of the Jews, there was darkness everywhere. Darkness in the land, darkness in Egyptian homes, but in the houses of the Jews, there was light. You are Jews by calling. You are Israel because you've wrestled with God. There should be no darkness in your home, only light. It says there further, men will faint from terror, apprehensive of what is coming on the world, for their heavenly bodies will be shaken. Does it say maybe? Will be. Look around you. I mean, earthquakes, that's like kind of a heavenly body shaken. I mean, have you ever stood where there's an earthquake? Your body really shakes. I'm playing with the words. But dear friends, I want you to understand, if you've put your confidence in anything but Jesus Christ, the world that you're believing in is about to be shaken. And only the foundation in Jesus Christ is going to survive. It's time for us to recognize that without Christ we are nothing. I can do all things. Do you really believe that? The world is struggling to survive. We need to go to them and say, what you need more than anything is Jesus. Can I introduce you to him? Can I take you, hug that person and say, you know, I know what it's like. I'm on planet Earth. I'm a dweller here. I know what the challenges are, but you don't. You know, dear friends, Paul had a thorn in his flesh. He prayed to God that God would remove that thorn. God said to him, no, my grace is sufficient. You know, dear friends, some of you have got thorns in your flesh. It's there for a purpose. It's keeping you next to God. Listen to this, verse 27. At that time, when people are fainting, apprehensive of what's coming on the earth, at that time they will see the Son of Man coming in a cloud with power and great glory. It says that when these things begin to take place, what should God's people be doing? We should be standing up. We should be saying to the world, this is signs, birth signs, that Jesus is coming to fetch us. Should we? Let's go back to Luke chapter 12. Let's finish off. Luke chapter 12. Listen to this. And dear friends, we are good at this. Each one of you sitting as good as, you know, we go and we diagnose. You know, I don't know how many of you have been to a doctor lately. You know, you walk in there and they diagnose what the pharmacist has just given to them. Or, you know, maybe there's been 10 people that just come to them with flu. You walk in, you've got a headache, flu. And they give you tablets. Meantime, you might have malaria. Like my doctor, I went to go and see him. I had the symptoms of flu. I had a headache, my muscles were sore, I was aching, couldn't understand what was going on. I went to the doctor and said, man, because I was, you know, I'm a Vicks Medi-Night person. Vicks Medi-Night. It's really brilliant stuff there. I was taking my Vicks Medi-Night, still sick, still feverish, I was like, what's wrong with my Vicks Medi-Night? They changed the formula. I finally got so bad I went to the doctor. He's a friend of mine, his name's Alex. And I said, Alex, I've got a bad flu, man. And I was expecting to say to him, well, this is a new kind of flu. But he looked at me, took my temperature, and then he said to me, stirrup. What do you mean stirrup? He says, get rid of everything, except my pants. Stripped of everything, and I stood in front of him. Then he started to search. And I want to tell you, dear friends, when people start searching you that close, you start really, I wonder if he sees that thing. You know, they get really close. You don't want them to see certain things when they get really close. But he was like in my ear, behind my ear, my neck, underneath my arms. And that was sweating like anything. And he went down, finally in the groin area, and then he said, aha! Aha, what? He says, I know why you got fever. A tick had bitten me. I had a place where a tick had bitten me. And unless he had taken the time to scrutinize my body, he would have treated me for something that I was not dying of. And do you know that we're trying to treat this world with things that they're not dying of? We are dying because of sin. And the remedy is Christ. Listen to this. Let's finish. Verse 54. He said to the crowds, I'm saying to the crowds, you are the crowds today. When you see a cloud rising in the west, dear friends, I like to think that I know the weather in Cape Town. Some people, when I used to sell donuts, used to come to me and say, Billy, is it going to rain? No, it's all right. Maybe about 4 o'clock this afternoon. And they would trust me to the extent that they would carry on trading. But in the beginning, they would come to me, Billy, is it going to rain? Yes. They wouldn't even pack their stuff out. I became so good. I was like the weatherman. The genuine weatherman. Okay, but now what you see now, the weather is upside down now. I don't even know what to say anymore. I actually, to find out if it's raining, you know what I do? I go outside to see if I feel any drops. Because it's difficult to know when it's going to rain nowadays. Listen to this. When you see a cloud rising in the west, immediately you say, it's going to rain. And it does. And when the south wind blows, you say, it's going to be hot. And it is. Hypocrites. You know how to interpret the appearance of the earth and the sky. How is it that you don't know how to interpret this present time? Did you hear that? This is present time. Jesus is coming soon.